that phone. Hello. Hi, Nino. Hello, everyone, you beautiful people in internet land. And welcome to The Real Report with Jeffrey, live from my mama's house. Y'all, this is the only nightly show where cancellation depends on if my parents dislike me a little bit less than my brother. And good news, ding, 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 massive shout out to him and the male inability to be alone. He's back with his ex, who they hate. So we have secured our syndication through 2027, guys. We did it, Joe. Now, Welcome, everybody. I just want to say this really quick, okay? This is a very, very special episode of the show because for the first time ever, we are going live and the sun is still out. Usually I am doing this after I get off work, when I'm doing a thing, whatever, and it's nighttime. But right now it's daytime, okay? There's coffee in this mug. Usually it's kombucha, but now it's coffee. Let's take a sip. I'm glad I didn't smell that on myself because that would have been terrible. So there's coffee in my mug and not kombucha. Guys, we're doing the thing. Also, just a quick shout out to you guys and to everybody that's watching. I feel like if you don't know, we are doing a very special run at the Fringe Festival in Atlanta coming up. It's going to be May 28th, which is this Thursday, to June 6th. Okay, we're very excited. We're gonna have some really amazing guests stopping by. We're gonna be having some really awesome shows. We're gonna be doing some fundraising for the show. Guys, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, if you are in Atlanta, hell, if you're in Tennessee, come through, baby. We so close. It's gonna be a great time. All right, now back to the show. In case you don't know, Atlanta is currently the most surveilled city in the country. Guys, we've got more surveillance cameras than Waffle Houses and Popeyes combined. Okay, the only way you can commit a crime and get away with it from Big Brother is with a ski mask and a salad. You better do all your drugs at the farmer's market because that's the only place that Big Brother isn't checking. Okay, sell your weed next to the artisanal apples. So, in light of that, tonight, we are exploring the obsessive relationship the U.S. government has with us, okay? And it's not like in a fun Mariah Carey kind of way. No. Now, guys, first, we have to take a look at what these cameras are. And y'all, these are not the cameras of yesteryear. What started as photos of like license plates has very quickly evolved into something far more sinister. You see, those cameras are now constantly taking your photos and they are building a whole profile based on your movement. And they are then selling that information to third parties, all without your consent. It's like if the city of Atlanta secretly took a bunch of terrible pictures of you, told all your business as to why you look like a bridge troll in said pictures, and then sold them. It's like this, like, oh, yeah, no, this is a picture of Jeffrey from 2024. She looks like this because she was hung up on some guy that didn't have a job but was cheating on her with two other women. And her edges are real thin right there, because she was eating his ass. That'll be $5. Now, that is not based on a true story. These cameras create detailed profiles on the people driving, their activities. And guys, this information is kept for a minimum of 30 days. And all of this new eye, it creates a detailed fingerprint that lets them track everywhere you go, which is insane. This new surveillance AI, it's like a Karen in a camera. And when you hear what they're using it for, you're going to want to talk to a manager, but just stick around for that. But like any Karen, the only thing that they love more than those John and Kate +8 side swoop or Chili's happy hour is sticking their noses in black and brown folks' businesses. So let's take a look back in time to the Karening of people of color through history. Now, first, guys, during slavery, black folks were actually branded by their owners to maintain control. Okay, this made it easier to keep track of the people that escaped. Now, branding human beings as an act of surveillance is absolutely absurd. That sounds like a sick dystopian onboarding that Peter Thiel would cook up for his new coders. It's like the new Apple Planeteer AirTag. Shove it up your ass and stay locked in. Now, guys, later in the early 1700s, I had to make sure our audio is still good, guys, because this audio it's like, it's the bane of my existence, okay? Here we go. Now, later in the 1700s, you know what? Let's restart, okay? We're going to restart. Because I need some of that coffee because my tongue is, I don't know. It's like the Peter Thiel sex demon got me. Give me a second. Oh, that is such good coffee. Oh, so good. Okay. Do you like my new plant? I got a new baby plant. So now we have a big plant over here and then we have a tiny little baby plant. And you know what? I'm so proud of myself, guys. Oh, the people in the vertical can't see the baby plant. let me move it. So this is our little baby plant. So we have a little baby plant, we have a big plant. And I just want to give a shout out to me and also Jesus for keeping both plants alive. I don't think I've ever kept plants alive this long in my life. To be honest with you, the only reason my dog is still alive is because he can make noise when he needs to eat. And I love him very dearly, but I'm just keeping it real. But these plants are a testament to what's possible. Okay. Now back to the show. The new Planeteer times Apple AirTag. Shove it up your ass and stay locked in. Now, guys, later... God, who is calling me right now? I'm trying to shoot a show. It's like... I think this is my grandma. Hold on, let's see who this is. Live on air. Hi, this is Jeffrey. I am. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. I'm actually shooting a show live right now. Yeah. Hi. I'm on the phone with this supermarket black box. I'm supposed to be doing my tech, and this lovely tech person is called. I saw that it's scheduled in from like 3 hours. Can I come towards the later half? Would that be okay?
Yeah, we've got you scheduled for 11 to 2. So if you come by in the later part, that is fine with us. We just want to make sure that, like, you didn't forget or, this, that, or the other.
No, I appreciate you folks for giving me the call. I do have one quick question for you. So am I able to, like, bring my setup and just, like, test it out just to make sure all is, like, Gucci?
What's your setup?
So here's the thing is, like, I do like a mic into my computer and then I like record into that. I'm wondering if I can do that just so we have like the recorded version of the show, or like if you're thinking that's not a good idea.
We have got everything set up. Like, we have a mic and everything set up to a laptop already. So if you have it as a file, you could like email or whatever the best way to send it, and we could play it from there if that's what you're referring to. But if I'm not seeing your vision, let me know.
No, I think that'll work. I think what I'll do is I'll bring some stuff just in case, but I think it sounds like you folks have it covered. So I think we should be good.
Okay, great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, amazing. Well, thank you for being on the show. I'll send you this clip and I will see you shortly.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you, love.
See you soon.
Okay, bye. All right, guys. So, like I said, I'm shooting a show while also producing a live show. In case you're just joining us, welcome to The Real Report with Jeffrey. And we are talking about Karen and the camera, digital surveillance, okay? Now, that was the supermarket black box theater tech, because we have a show starting this Thursday and they're like, WTF, Jeffrey, where are you? You should be doing your tech, which I should, but I also had to do this show. So thank Jesus for their patience, okay? Now, back to the joke. Okay, guys, here we go. The new Planeteer Apple AirTag. Shove it up your ass and stay locked in. Now, guys, later in the early 1700s, policing systems were created to track down runaway enslaved people, terrorize black communities, and prevent rebellions to preserve the plantation economy. Fun fact, the original design for deputy badges is actually the same one used today. That's not just racist, it's really bad branding. Guys, Starbucks changes their logo every 5 years because the mermaid looks too slutty. Also, they don't want to cover her health care. Illuminati, someone needs to lose their job. That's just laziness. And for the record, this wasn't just in the South. You see, lantern laws were passed in 1712 in New York City and later replicated all around the country, forcing black people, mixed race folks, and indigenous people to carry lanterns next to their faces when walking at night, unless they were escorted by a white person. Now, guys, imagine trying to mind your black, brown, or indigenous business, but you look like an influencer in 1712, filming a Get Ready With Me video against your will, right? Like, it's like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I'm avoiding the Klan. Now, guys, after the Civil War and during the Reconstruction era, many of these policing units were repurposed to enforce Jim Crow laws. They were terrorizing newly freed African Americans, and they forced them into prison labor systems. I see you, prison industrial complex, you sneaky little bee, okay? Always right around the corner. Now, if we fast forward to the 50s and the 60s during the civil rights movement, you can see FBI's COINTELPRO, they secretly infiltrated, they disrupted, and they discredited Black civil rights leaders and liberation groups. They were so balls deep in MLK's business, y'all, you would have thought he was sleeping with Hoover. Speaking of triads, that brings us back to today, okay? With a new feature they're rolling out called Project Raven, more commonly known as audio surveillance. Guys, Flock has already installed technology that does 24/7 audio surveillance. Everything as specific as listening to someone's pitch and tone and how they speak. Y'all, Flock essentially built a neighborhood Siri that doesn't play music or suggest apps or give you fun emojis. It just snitches. Imagine trying to argue with your partner outside the car and a light pole flags you for aggressiveness. Guys, I don't need a street light to evaluate my vocal range, okay? I'm just trying to figure out if Juicy Crab is still open, Brandon. Now, let's be real. Anyone that's been around Black people or Latin people for a millisecond knows that yelling is just how we express our happiness, excitement, disappointment, love, fear, uncertainty, and pride. And if you are in a Black or a brown neighborhood and nobody is yelling, bitch, you need to run. Guys, the way local police are using these systems is pretty racist. Surprise. I had a joke there, but I'm not going to give it because it's, we don't have to do it. Okay. Now, audits by digital rights organizations reveal that police agencies are improperly using systematic search queries. Now, in layman's terms, that just means that these departments are using a literal racial slurs and derogatory terms to run searches and to track communities across state lines. Guys, do you know how hard you have to mess up to get flagged by an automated database for racism? That's literally like checking out the church laptop, logging into your Gmail, and looking at porn, and then hitting reply all to an email with the entire search history attached, guys. Also, while you're in communion, you're doing all of this. And like everything else on the Real Report, don't worry, white friends. It's also terrible for you guys. Remember this. It's Karen in a camera. And what does a real Karen do when she runs out of minorities to aggravate and agitate? Well, she turns on her own. For one, there's an increase in officers all over the country that have been fired or suspended for misusing Flock to stalk people, like the Wisconsin deputy that used the department's Flock system to keep tabs on another deputy with whom he was romantically linked. They aren't even using technology to pretend to solve crimes anymore. Officer, you can be a simp without AI, okay? Or the Monroe County Sheriff deputy that used the Flock system to track and eventually pull over a woman he was stalking while providing security on a TV set. Guys, that's like a cracked out love story or a straight to Tubi movie. It's like A Cop's Obsession, The Algorithm of Desire, starring a low budget actor that kind of looks like Idris Elba, but only if you blink your eye real fast. And then there's my personal favorite, the Orange County officer that stalked his ex-girlfriend and her family members more than 100 times. Guys, 100 times, that's her mama, her cousin, her daddy, her other cousin. That's not stalking, officer. You are filling a hole. Are you looking for love or a family? He might have been an orphan, guys. I mean, by the 87th time, I feel like you need to be charging a fee or go work for Ancestry.com, right? Now, guys, it's not just stalking that's a problem, because there's also a twisted new way that they're using your data. In May, 404 Media revealed that a police officer in Texas had conducted nationwide searches using Flock's networks in an effort to track down a woman who had self-administered an abortion. And in October 2025, further reporting showed that law enforcement had considered bringing said woman to criminal charges against her. Okay? Now, just so we're all following along, that means that police in a state where almost all abortions are illegal are using data generated by publicly operated flock systems in Washington, in a state that allows for abortion access. And yeah, if that sounds very bad and possibly illegal, it's because it is. The collection and keeping of all of this information without a warrant could very much be in violation of the Fourth Amendment. Guys, look, I'm okay with Hinge and Tinder and Black People Meet, and you know what, sometimes farmers only, tracking my every move so they can suggest a slightly below average man that thinks outdoors is a personality trait. But a city database tracking my car? Bitch, no. The Founding Fathers created the Fourth Amendment specifically to stop British officials from using general warrants to rummage through colonist property at will. Y'all, it was like the original run up and get done up of the 18th century. But the Constitution specifically interposed judges between power-tripping police and private citizens to stop that. But with the emergence of these Karen cams, tech companies have found a very weird loophole to bring back the exact same surveillance we outlawed over 200 years ago. I'm going to read that one more time because I feel like it's such an important sentiment. Here you go, guys. 3. But with the emergence of these Karen cams, tech companies have engineered a loophole to bring back the exact same surveillance we outlawed over 200 years ago. It's like we gave up our literal Fourth Amendment, and in exchange, Peter Thiel helped found an AI that locks up Black and brown people for playing music too loud and tracks women for getting health care. But what happened to flying cars or sex robots? Or why don't we de-instinct some velociraptors? That would be cool. At the very least, make some odorless weed, big tech. But here's the good news, guys. In communities all around the country, they have been pushing flock out of their neighborhoods. And there are some things that we can do right here. Now, first, we have to look to our local city council members or county commissioners, okay? Call them, email them, and demand that the city of Atlanta implement strict transparency guardrails on municipal surveillance, okay? That's number one. Second, check out the link in the description box to sign the national petition demanding that regulators reclassify these surveillance networks as commercial data brokers. Guys, the challenge isn't a rise of AI. It's a rise of AI when humanity is at its lowest morality. But we don't have to stand for this. Now, if you see me walking down the street in Atlanta holding a little Ring camera up to my face, don't worry. It's not a racist surveillance technique. Let me read. Okay, I think that joke is a little bumpy. Let's do that one more time. Now, if you see me walking down the street in the city of Atlanta holding a little ring light up to my face, don't worry. It's not a racist surveillance evasion technique. I just want to show off my new beat face. Mind your business. Now, guys, that is our show for tonight, or should I say today. Good night, my beautiful internet babies. I love you, okay? And as always, as I said, we're doing a live show at the Fringe Festival in Atlanta, Georgia. Come through. It's going to be great. Tickets are in the description box. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you learned anything, just hit the like baby button. It's free. Hit it, baby. It's free. All right, I will see you guys later. I'm headed off to Fringe Fest to do my tech. I love you. I will see you soon. Goodbye. Oh, she's kissing him, making out. Oh, yeah.